And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cowboys and the Vikings coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it.
To get us started, kicker Sam Sloman. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. Incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ballgame.
In my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Tamp things down a little bit.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with Lynch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Bond going to throw it. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
They'll decide to keep this once more.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Mon. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Scott. Scott with a 1st down and then some. As he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mond looks to throw. Getting this around tree out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 50 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll run with Lynch. They find some open field here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Now Mond on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where they actually have a chance.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the one.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Powering his way forward. And how about that for just running out the clock? They're going to hurry back to the line now. The carry now for Lynch. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. On first down, here's Mon.
He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
A full start backs him up 5, first and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, second and 6.
It's now second and 6.
They go again with Scott. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Here's Mon. That's into the hands of the running back, Roundtree.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, Lynch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 157 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. They run. Lynch. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Handoff comes to Lynch. Finding room to the 20. Breaks through the contact. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. Lynch busting free. And he'll be out of bounds.
Good, strong, explosive run. They started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on the... And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on first down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And well, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mon.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
And they go play action here. Mon.
And this is Parker, complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things they need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way the season has started out.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.